Ba-ba-da-bow-bow, Banger Management Fantasy Hockey Podcast. Woo!
Woo! Why?
I was tempted.
In keeping with the theme from our Week 7 news and Would You Rather episode, be sure to check that one out. It was really spicy with some Would You Rathers at the end there, Kevin. But today, it is our Week 7 Hot Topics and Mailbag episode. We're Banger Management, the Fantasy Hockey Podcast, with your hosts, Jake, Josh, and Kevin. Cool.
Yes, we are.
That is so true.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Rate us 5 stars. Subscribe on YouTube. Now you get to see our super goofy faces. Sorry about that, but also thank you for that. That almost rivaled your Pikachu face from the last episode. Actually, amazing. Okay, and the links to all of our socials, including the Discord community, which you should absolutely join, is in the link tree, which is in the podcast description. Anything to add there, guys?
No, just make sure you follow the podcast. If you like what you hear, you'll be notified every time the episodes go live, and you want to be notified every time the episodes go live because you want to listen to the episodes. I know that. And on YouTube, if you're watching, just leave a like. It means a lot, and it helps us out. And comment 5 stars if you want.
As always, comment 5 stars. You know, it really means a lot.
I love seeing the 5 stars. We got some fans from Switzerland. We got some fans from it's pretty crazy.
It's hype.
Big time. Let's begin with the hot topics.
Okay, hot topics for people new here. Hot topics are topics that are hot. Pretty much,
yes.
People that I keep seeing, we keep getting questions on these guys, or everyone's wondering. Sometimes it's, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he so bad? Or sometimes it's, this guy's so good. Is it real? This episode, I think I picked only bad ones, but it's a lot of times that's the ones that are the most talked about, right? So let's dive right in. Firstly, we've got Nico Hischier. He was one of our buy lows, I think, 2 weeks ago, and he still is kind of puttering around, especially in non-face-off win leagues. People are like, what do we do with this guy? We drafted him. He's, line 2, power play 1, now line 1 with Jack Hughes out, so that's interesting. And New Jersey's a super high-octane offense. He's been great in the past. What's going on?
I still think Hischier is a buy low. I mean, his shooting percentage is really down right now. That's going to bump up. But also, like, guys like this, it's like Braden Point. Like, you're still playing with Kucherov, and yet you're not putting up points on the board. I'm not worried about Hischier. I've seen him be a tremendous player in the past. The situation right now is just really bad, and people don't value him at all right now. People are trying to get rid of him like it's like he's a waiver wire level player. And if that's the case, I'm eating that up. Like, give me some Nico Hischier, baby. But num.
Why? I don't know why in my mind I was just waiting for that to happen.
I could tell you were waiting for it. That's why I had to give it to you.
I was about to say I feel the same before that happened. I do not feel whatever that was.
What the hell is even that?
Yeah, literally though. Perfect time to use it.
Daddy, chill. But yeah, no, I'm not worried about Hischier. I think especially now he's gonna have to be more talismanic for this team now that Jack Hughes is out.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we dropped the talismanic. And I feel that's a perfect segue to the next one too. But yeah. I'm not worried about Hischier. I know the situation right now is gloomy, but that happens sometimes, especially with these centers that have to have more defensive responsibilities on the ice. I think it's gonna be fine. I think now is a perfect time to continue to buy low.
Yeah. Jakey, anything to add on that one?
I don't know if I don't know what to do.
He's still in shock.
I mean, I agree he's a good buy low. His minutes are fantastic. That's definitely part of it. In a league without face-offs. No.
Are you eating him up?
I'm not doing. I don't want to keep talking about this. But good buy low, good team, and he's gonna turn it around. Probably not to the degree he did last year.
What's your worry, on the worry scale, 1 to 10? 10 being very worried, 1 being not worried at all. Where are you at?
6, I would say, in a non-face-off wins league. Whereas, in a face-off wins league, he's still really, elite there. But it's just, in all likelihood, he's going to turn it around. That being said, without Hughes, I expect the whole team to be worse, and he was already really bad. So,
but I feel like I feel like the Hughes injury could actually be good for him because if you look at his even strength now, he gets to play with Bratt and he's playing with Mercer on that first line.
Mhm.
And I think Bratt is like he goes Hughes, Bratt, and then Hischier. And like the thing is that when Hughes and Bratt are both healthy, they get to be pals. And Hischier's just the Squidward meme looking out the window. Right? But now that Hughes is out, that he gets to play with Bratt, I think is huge for him. So I think like as soon as the first game that like with Hughes out, I could see Hischier really popping off.
That'd be very interesting if that happens. And it's a non-zero probability. So I think
Josh, where are you on the worry meter?
I'm a 1. I'm not worried at all. I've been trying to buy, but
Without
it won't
face-offs?
be sold to me.
Without
Even without
face-offs?
face-offs. I mean,
Yeah.
look, he's. I don't love that he's not a big shooter, and obviously in a face-offs league that's mitigated. But yeah, if you're getting him, it's mainly for the points and power play points. And I do think that the Hughes injury can actually be good for him. And power play wise, I'm not worried at all. It's one of the top ones, and usually he's one of those trigger guys in the bumper spot. So I think it's
Yeah.
going to turn around.
Transitioning to
eating that up.
cool. Transitioning to bad vibes for Josh. I expect.
Yeah. All right. Next, we've got Jonathan Miller of the New York Rangers, also known as Jonathan Talismanic Miller.
Mhm.
And this is honestly went from the worst vibes I've ever had in fantasy, picking him first round, into the best vibes I've ever had in fantasy, trading him plus Tage for Connor McDavid.
Mhm.
So what's going on with JT? Why is he so awful? Is that what we can expect for the rest of the year?
No. On the let's introduce this worry meter thing because like
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
worried on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very worried? I'm with Jonathan. I'm more like at a 4. I
I'm
feel
at a
like
6.
okay. I mean that's fair. I think 4 to 6 is like the sweet spot. Like I think it's going to be better. The Rangers are clicking.
It has to be.
It can't get worse. It feels
Yeah.
like, but he's still getting faceoffs from the right wing position. I mean, like I know we talk about faceoffs a lot on this podcast. I feel like, but for a lot of those leagues out there, that's very valuable, especially from the right wing position. But he's still hitting, and the shots have honestly kind of been they fluctuate like
Been
anybody,
better
but
than last year.
they've been better than last year. So that's very the underlying metrics are there. It's the points. The points are the big glaring like siren alarm. Like this is 5 stars on YouTube and also glaring alarm. But I just think it's a matter of time before he starts getting involved with the points. If the Rangers are clicking, he's gonna be brought along. Like he's still one of the best players on this team. So that's why I'm like a 4. Is the ceiling lower than maybe I anticipated before the season? Yes. But because I remember before the season, I thought really like his ceiling could be like over 100 points. Like we've seen him do it in the past when he's talismanic on a team like this. But it seems like the slow start has kind of stopped
Honestly, like I wonder if he's just not talismanic for this team. Not to
Yeah,
not to be
it's-
crazy, but like maybe it's like maybe the Trocheck, Panarin, and whoever they put on that line with
Yeah.
them, But that seems to be the first line, and
Yeah,
then the
it is.
Zibanejad, Miller, and whoever they put on that. One is Cooley, one is Laugh, but that seems to be kind of like taken backstage. I think Zibanejad's been really good this year, but he's definitely not like the main guy on that team.
that. Mhm.
And look, I think if Miller was playing with Panarin, then I'd feel a lot better because I do think Panarin's the top guy on that team.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm look, Backcats wise, he's a stud. That there's a reason why he gets picked so highly in bangers leagues, and why people in points leagues are like, why the heck does this guy get picked so highly,
Yeah.
right? Because those stuff doesn't necessarily apply to them. But so in that sense, he's great, and New York is the best playoff schedule. But the points, I'm very concerned. It seems even when they've been turning it on, they've been scoring like they just got like a 6-goal game. They had another like 5-goal game, and he got like 0 points in both of them. And
That's bad.
that's the scary part. Once the whole team not scoring, then it's like okay, like once they start score, like a whole team doesn't just not score goals. I mean,
Yeah.
the Rangers did that this so far, but now they're turning it around. But when the whole team scores like 6 goals and he's not getting involved, that's when I'm worried.
Okay, quick question on that. Who gets more points, Nico Hischier or JT Miller rest of the season?
Sure. Rest of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
That was fast. Okay.
Mhm.
But I'm also the number one hater of Jonathan Tonathan. So
Yeah.
Can I give you a line and see? Like, would you rather Leo Carlson or JT Miller in a bangers league with faceoffs?
JT.
Josh is making all the
Wow.
faces right now. I wish you could see it, and you can't.
Wow.
Oh, you should.
I'm trying so hard to take my bias out of like having owned him for. Okay, let me put myself in the situation. I drafted Leo Carlson super late. I didn't draft JT. Am I trying to buy low, sell high? Yeah, probably. But I would be asking for JT plus.
That's a good line.
The guy
I
that has
think-
JT is not doing JT plus. He's
I
selling.
think-
He's selling a first round pick at a steep discount for a guy
For
that
how
we
well
all know
Carlson's
is a
been
sell
doing.
high.
Yeah.
I don't know, for how bad JT has been and how good Leo's been, I don't think that's out of the question.
I
I
gotta
mean,
take
our league, it
JT.
wouldn't happen, but,
What about
yeah,
Celebrini or JT?
No,
Celebrini.
Celebrini.
Yeah.
Okay. Braden Point?
No,
I would take
JT.
JT over Point, yeah.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
pretty easy. What about Reinhardt?
Yeah. I'll take, well, Reinhardt just started being good now, so
Mhm.
it's hard to take out the recency bias.
Yeah. We got to move on to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go with Reinhardt because I hate JT. Okay, next we've
JT.
got, this was talked about a lot, but we've got Mackenzie Blackwood and Scott Wedgwood of the Colorado Avalanche. Kevin was a Wedgwood believer, then he dropped him, and he got scooped up by someone else. And
I'm the Wedgwood whisperer. I walk every day in my shoes with guilt that I dropped him, and I'm being genuine right now because
Yeah.
first of all, I need goalies on my
yeah, I know
fantasy
it's
team.
actually like that would have been the perfect pickup for you.
I believe too much in Josh when he told me that Blackwood was going to be the starter, no question.
Blackwood, I still believe Blackwood's going to be the starter. I think they're easing him back in, but I will say I think it might end up being closer to a 50-50 by the time that Blackwood. There's no way in my mind that Wedgwood's getting more starts. I still don't believe that, but I do think it could end up being a 50-50.
I mean, I did all the Wedgwood research for nothing because I didn't have conviction in my take when it came down to it. But I think right now Wedgwood's getting more starts because he's playing better, and I think he's playing better because he's actually a good goalie. And I think Blackwood could struggle with form, and also like he has to take advantage of the opportunities that are thrown at him because Wedgwood is. So I would not be shocked if Wedgwood gets like a 60-40 for the rest of the season. I would not be shocked at all.
If you had Blackwood, would you offer him 1-for-1 for Wedgwood?
Guys, Blackwood is on waivers in a lot of leagues. Like people are seeing him there and like, should I pick up Blackwood? Like people don't want him on their rosters because right now he's going to get one start a week.
Yeah.
So
fair.
it's tough, and I don't know. What did you ask me if I would trade?
If you had Blackwood, would you trade him 1-for-1 for Wedgwood?
Yes, I would.
You would.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
This won't be a 50-50 though. I don't see it working out that way. I think it's going to be a clear 1 and 2.
All right, so just who do you give the edge to, Jakey?
Blackwood.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, but it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I still think like Jakey said, I still think Blackwood's the guy. But right now, Wedgwood's doing everything in his power to make us look silly.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, here's a fun one, or not so fun. Ivan Demidov of the Montreal Canadiens. I don't know if you guys have looked at his game log recently, but it is brutal.
I'm not surprised here. This is a young player on a team that's frankly also been brutal over the stretch that he's been brutal, right? Like when they were good, he was good, and they were not now that they're, going through a cold stretch, he's just not doing that well. He's tremendously skilled. The Batcats are going to be extremely sporadic all over the place. That's expected, and even at the best of times, I think that's going to be the case. But when it's all said and done, I expect his points to be like 0.75 to 0.8 on the season, which with a player of his skill, if you ever watch these games, you're not that surprised. So to me, it's just like, weather the storm, or if someone's panicking that owns him is probably not a Habs fan because otherwise they're not going to get rid of him. It's just too fun to watch. That being said, yeah, I would trade for him now if I could, and just expect a bit of a roller coaster.
I don't really want Demidov on my roster. I'm a huge Habs fan. I don't have him in any of my leagues this year. I just think he has a lot of potential, but I knew there were going to be bumps in the road this season, and especially with it's the line one. You know that line one likes to stick together, and when he's not on PP1, like we're seeing him average over the last couple of weeks 12, 13 minutes a night. Like that's not enough to have an actual impact for your fantasy teams. That doesn't mean he won't have moments of brilliance. We've seen it already. He's a tremendous player, and he's going to be a tremendous player for years to come. But right now, I feel like the floor is pretty low, and I'd rather just stream production from that spot as opposed to like holding him. Like Jakey, you said you would trade for him. Like who would you give for Demidov? Like
no, you can't give anything too crazy just because his banger casts are just not that great, right? But
would you rather have Brock Besser or Demidov?
Probably Besser. That being said, I don't think
for me it's not close.
Yeah, I don't, like Jackson Blake, I would take Demidov, and Blake's been pretty solid.
But the streamer guy.
Yeah. Well, we're in a deep
Yeah.
league. Like he's
Yeah, we're in a
mainstay on
deep
my
league. Like
roster.
Demidov's not going to be on waivers in our league, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Like, I don't think that I'm not too excited to have him on my team. I mean, right now we didn't talk about it, but he got demoted off power play 1, right, for
Mhm.
Bolduc. And
yeah.
look, I don't think that's going to last all season. I think it's going to be a back and forth type of thing, but it just shows that he's not a lock on that power play 1, even though he should be. But yeah, I mean, this is all comes with being a rookie, right, and not being like. When you get drafted as a rookie who's a superstar like this, and you get drafted to a team like Chicago, like Bedard did, or you get drafted to a team like San Jose, like Celebrini did, you immediately go in and you're the best player on that team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But when you get drafted by a team like the Habs, who are kind of like moving up, the boat goes up in the rebuild, you know, and we've got a Suzuki, we've got a Caulfield, we've got a Slavkovsky already. Like, you're not the number one priority, even though he genuinely could be the most skilled guy on the team in the next couple of years. But he's just not getting that top tier deployment, and that makes a big difference. No matter how good you are, if you're line 2 power play 2 and you get no back cats, it's not someone I'm particularly excited to have on my team.
Would you rather
Okay,
Zach Benson or Demidov?
Demidov. That's clear to me.
Yeah, I would take Demidov, but I wouldn't be surprised if Benson does better because he has better deployment. Okay, Victor Hedman, day-to-day, probably back soon, but even before he got injured, bumped to power play 2 for the GOAT Darren Radish, elite offensive defenseman. We've seen this last year. It never lasted, but it kind of flipped back and forth for a while, and we're seeing it again now. Why is John Cooper doing this?
I don't
really get
know.
it.
I wish I could ask John Cooper myself because I want an explanation. I demand an
Yeah.
explanation.
We
but I'm
deserve
not-
to know.
Yeah. Panic meter wise on Victor Hedman, it's like a 2 for me. Like it's just it sucks when this happens and he gets demoted. We've seen it happen in last year as well. I was a Victor Hedman owner. I traded for him last year and then I saw him get demoted, which was pretty sucky if you ask me. But we're seeing it happen again this year, and he was on a point streak as well. So it just goes to show that, like, you know, the power play is like a completely different element to the game. But he's also battling injury. I think he comes back healthy. He gets that PP1 spot, and then, you know, when Tampa starts clicking, it's because Victor Hedman's going to be on the power play 1 and he's going to be successful. So we've seen this before. It's when you're in the weeds of it, it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow with the value of your player, but I'd be trying to buy right now, and I just haven't been able to pull off anything, but I have been trying.
Yeah, me too.
I'm with you there on all fronts.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let's
go
get
do some
into
mailbag questions.
our mailbag questions. All right, let's kind of like power through these. So we've got 2K High on Reddit asked, Dylan Cozens plus Kyle Connor or Nico Hischier plus Nikita Kucherov, who wins? Kucherov, easy.
Yeah.
Kucherov
next.
easy.
Yeah,
Like
not even close.
between
Cousins
Cousins and Hischier, is it close for you in a bangers league?
I mean, it depends the league settings, but just Kucherov makes it such a non-topic for me.
The fact that you're getting
I mean,
Kucherov in a 2 for 2 is wild.
Yeah, I'd rank Kuch, then Connor, then Hischier, then Cozens. That's my
Yeah,
ranking.
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
No, Cousins and Keisher. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Yeah, let's go. Cousins love, baby. I love
Okay.
Cousins.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change your name back once you guys get healthy.
Yeah.
I am debating already.
Yeah. Okay. Wuku Lele on Reddit asked, I have Hyman coming off IR. I need to drop someone. Should I drop Timo Meier or Uri Slavkovsky to activate him? Also, someone offered me Matthew Nyes for Hyman in a keeper bangers league. Should I accept? So firstly, if it's between Meier and Slav, I'm dropping Slav.
Same. Easy
Yeah.
to me.
Sounds
Especially
especially
after
with-
Jack Hughes' injury.
Exactly. Yeah. Meyer being definitely power play 1 for the next 8 weeks is big. And then I would smash accept on Nyes for Hyman in a keeper bangers league. For me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
But
you're taking...
Would rather
Matthew
Hyman
Nyes, right?
this year.
Yeah.
I'd rather Hyman this year. I think.
I would still rather Nyes this year.
I'm pretty big on Hyman. I think it's going to be interesting to
He's
see.
pretty big
but-
on you.
Oh my god.
What a disaster.
Okay. But in keepers, even you're agreeing
Yes,
Matthew Nyes
yeah.
hands down. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. You'll get a
Okay.
lot more value in years to come with Matthew Nyes on your roster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still think he's going to be better this year too. But
Mhm.
but that's debatable. I could see Hyman doing it. Okay. Kerfuffle on Discord asked, how do you choose which players/managers to target in trades?
I have a
Okay.
system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we have the same system because we
Yeah.
always target the same people.
Yeah, so we have like a disproportionate amount of Habs fans, so it's very hard. You know, we were talking about Demidov earlier. The Demidov owner is going to be way more reluctant to part with him than someone else. So if you know that someone's like a homer, then yeah, like if you have Demidov, for instance, and there's a Habs fan in your league, like he's going to pay more than a non-Demidov owner. Just as an example. But go for your system as well. Just wanted to put
I
that out
mean,
there.
my system is I'll scroll to the bottom of the standings.
Yep.
I'll look at that team. I'll look at who their first round pick was. I'll look at who their second and third round pick was. I'll look at why their team is bad and they're in last place. And then I'll see of like, okay, like who do I have that can make their team better, as also like, identifying the buy low targets that are underperforming on their team. If they're in last place, they probably need better production. So looking to capitalize on underperforming top level player on the worst team in the league. And then I work my way up from the standings. Okay, I go to the last place team, the second last place, third last place, and just see and try to also like just give my players that I know are overperforming for their players that I know are underperforming that I like better rest of the season. And that's kind of how. But also, like I think I mentioned in the Discord too, like somebody asked this question already, but you also have to, if you're in a competitive league where actually like every manager wants to win and they're not just like in there for giggles, like you have to give to receive. No, actually, we can. Oh no, I think we do have to believe that. Nonetheless, you have to give to receive, and you want to see like what your team is good at, where you have an abundance of, and find a team that needs that position, right? Like, so it's both teams should feel like they're winning the trade if you want to get a good deal done. Obviously, there's ways to make it a big win for you, but you're not. It's not going to be a fleece. If you're making a good deal, it'll never be a fleece.
I like when like you still want to be like winning the trade, even if it's not a fleece, you like just a slight win. But I like when you have a reason for making the trade other than I just think your player's better than mine. And so like something like for that, what like Kevin was saying with making both teams better. Let's say I have too many defensemen and I see a team that doesn't have a defenseman, you know?
Exactly.
I'm like, I'll trade you this defenseman for your forward, you know? And like they should be similar in value, but I think your guy's slightly better. But you don't intrinsically, the other person doesn't intrinsically think, oh, they're only doing this trade because they think mine's better. They're doing it, oh, okay, he needs the position flexibility, so I'm not as suspicious of him, you know? Like
and
that's
he
pretty
also
much
needs
it.
the
Like
position flexibility, so it's like a win-win.
That's it, exactly. Like if you're just sending a 1-for-1 of the same position, you're essentially saying, I think your guy's better than my guy, and I'm hoping you think my guy's better than yours. And if so, let's make the trade and see who's right, you know? And that's just
I never said 1-for-1s.
Like, no, that's not the best. That's not a great way to do it. So definitely that. And then, yeah, in terms of like buying low, selling high, like the second I have a guy on my team who I'm like, wow, this guy's been a pleasant surprise this year, immediately I'm sending him in trade offers. I'm never like, time to just enjoy the ride. I'm like, no, this guy's doing too well. It's sketching me out. Let's trade him for someone who's doing terribly. And and that's how you tear up, you know? So that's kind of my mind on it.
And then also the habits. Like Josh likes being the guy to receive the higher end talent if it's a 2-for-2 or a 3-for-3, right? Like you got Kucherov, or let's just talk about the McDavid trade. You know, you got McDavid and you gave up JT Miller and Tage Thompson. Like that's tough in fantasy.
It was also
hockey,
offered to him by the guy who won the league last year, but and JT Miller was a first round pick. So this person probably thought like, hey, it's like I got like I drafted 5 spots later in the draft, but I also got Tage Thompson, like big win. Except JT sucks. but
that guy, you know, loves JT. He's had him on his team in years past, and he's done super well with him. So if you know a player, like there's a guy in our league who loves Kempe, right? You know, if you have Kempe, you could sell it to him for higher than the other guy. So
know your league.
Yeah, kerfuffle, know your league, know their habits, the league mates, and just in general, the last thing I'll say is that like you want to do a 2-for-2. Like you don't want to be giving a 2-for-1 because it just feels like lopsided. So add in their best player or their worst player, rather, in addition to the guy you're really aiming to get.
Yeah, I like that because a lot of times 2-for-1s have like a bad connotation. Like no one wants to be the one receiving the 2. You always want to be the one receiving the 1.
Yeah.
But if you're like, here, give me also your worst player who is just the same as a 2-for-1 where you would just drop that guy anyways. But they're like, oh my God, maybe I'm getting value for this garbage player and this guy doesn't realize, you know? So it's a fun way to frame it. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on. Darren on Discord asked, how do you assess the value of your players with bad playoff schedules? I currently have Cuylle, Keller, Montour, and I like all of them, but that's a lot of bad playoff schedules to hold. I feel like we've talked about this in past episodes and on the Discord a lot. So I don't think we should dive into it too much. But I think at the end of the day, it's don't sell guys way undervalued just because they have a bad playoff schedule. But if you can make a lateral move and improve your playoff schedule, then I'm very looking to do that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm always looking to better my playoff schedule. So if I know I have a guy like this, like I just traded not Will Cuylle, Logan Cuylle, in a package deal where I ended up getting like Reinhardt and Brad. Like Cuylle wasn't the main centerpiece of that trade, but like the fact that I knew that I was getting a better playoff schedule in return, like I'm already looking to make moves like that. Yeah. I love their value right now, but that doesn't mean that if I have an opportunity to sell, I won't take it. So I'm looking for those opportunities to sell.
But you're not doing it at a discount either.
No.
Like you're doing it for value, but also getting the better playoff schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Josh Perry on Discord asked, I have Allmark, Vamelka, Markstrom, and want to package one with a skater to get a better skater in return. Who would be a good target? My league really values Pims, shots, hits. So I feel like it's always a bit vague when we get these types of questions, right? So this would more just be like, who are good buy lows right now? And I feel like, the top of my mind, I'm looking at like with the ones we talked about this past episode, right? Like Genther, Dorofeyev. I like
Britain
both of those
Point.
as target. Point is obviously the top target. I don't know if you can get him with these goalies, but again, it depends who the player you're packaging with is as well. But I'd say might not be the best answer, but I'd say listen to our buy low, our
Yeah.
low high episode, and
But
if
who
you
are you
gave
most
us like,
likely to try to trade out of these 3 goalies?
okay, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Who do I think has the most value right now?
Who would you, out of these 3, who are you looking to sell? Like, who are you trying to sell in the package? That doesn't necessarily mean it's like the worst one of the 3, but it might mean who you're trying to capitalize on their value.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think I would try and trade Allmark because I don't think his value is very high with how he's been doing, and I don't want to sell low on a guy. And I believe they're going to turn it around with Kachuk coming back. Honestly, I feel like Markstrom may have the highest value because of being on New Jersey. I think the Jack Hughes injury is pretty big, and I think that Jake Allen has randomly been solid when he comes in, and Markstrom's a bit injury prone. So out of the 3, he'd be the one I'd be trying to trade the most.
To me, it's a clear Markstrom.
Would you trade Markstrom and get Hischier back?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would.
That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Markstrom for Hischier, add in a small player and see if the main thing with this though is look at your league and see who needs goalie.
Yeah.
Identify that team. Okay, they need goalie. Now look at
underperforming on their team.
Look at their roster, who's underperforming, and see if you need an upgrade at that position. Add one of your guys, add Markstrom, and see if you can get that player.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jordari on Discord asked, how many hockey barns have you guys been to? Which was your favorite? I have
I'm
mine
embarrassed
listed
about
out.
my answer.
Okay, you go first because
I've only been to the Bell Center.
Okay, but at least it's like the littest one.
It is. It's the best stadium. It's the best arena, and everybody knows it, and the players know it, the staff know it. We just do it different in Montreal, guys.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been, you should visit. And if you're in town, let us know. Maybe we'll get a poutine together or something.
That's so Quebec.
Yeah.
I've never been, but I hear the Dallas Stadium is crazy. Arena. Like I've heard it's just off the chains and really good, which is cool because it's in Texas and there's like not a lot of snow there. But same, the Bell Center. Also, I've been to, it's called the Air Canada Center, right? Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I've not seen hockey, but I've been to Madison Square Garden, and that looks like.
Oh yeah, I've been there for a Knicks game, but I didn't know if that counted.
Yeah. So I mean, I imagine
that kind of counts
for hockey. That's pretty crazy. Like it's a cool stadium.
Wait, Jay, you've only been to Montreal and Toronto for hockey?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I thought you'd have been to more. I've been to 7.
Yeah, wow.
I've been to
this is a big
Montreal,
list.
Toronto, Ottawa. I've been to Florida, the classic like Montrealers going to Florida for winter break, and back in the day before Florida got good, it was all Habs fans in the stands. It was awesome. And the tickets were super cheap. So yeah, Florida was cool. I've been to Vegas. That was at my 21st birthday party. I went to Vegas, and we went to it wasn't against the Habs, but it was a Golden Knights game, and that's my number 2 arena after Bell Center because they just really make it a show and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I went to LA. I was visiting my brother in LA during the playoffs 2 years ago, one of the many LA versus Edmonton series, and I got to go to one of those games. Yeah, and that was awesome. And then I've been to Washington because that's near where I live now. So, but now that I'm kind of like East Coast of the States, like I'm planning on hitting up a lot of those. I want to hit them both New Yorks. I want to go to Philly. I want to go to Pittsburgh. I want to go to There's a lot of cool ones in the area. My least favorite. That's tough. I had a good time at all of them. it was all just different vibes. Yeah. But I don't want to trash any one of them because I like them all. So
it's very very
I'm gonna do the politically correct and pass on that one.
All right.
Exactly. Haven't been to Switzerland, but
not yet.
Not yet. Okay, Dingus Lord on Discord asked, "Who are some good targets to sell high on Will Cuylle? I got offered a point plus a 10th for Cuylle plus a 7th. Should I take it? Also, does your answer change if it's a keeper league?" First of all, I'm 100% taking point and a 10th for Cuylle and a 7th.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I would love to know if this is a banger league because with what Will Cuylle is doing in points, you would never be. I wouldn't be surprised if people are also like
league.
He's relevant in points leagues as well right now. So
that's fair.
But I'm saying it's got to be even in the points league. Like category leagues with bangers obviously is his main go-to for Will Cuylle, but you got to take Point, I think.
Yeah.
Point has many years to come at 90-point production.
Yeah.
Will Cuylle is a pleasant surprise this year with what he's doing currently. He's going to be mainly a power forward with the double-double, but he's not going to hit 90 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, it points to the franchise center on this team. Then, Kucherov's got like another probably 4 good years at least.
Mhm.
And got Gensler there. I mean, I don't see him being usurped, if that was the proper word, on
nice.
power play 1.
That's a good word.
Thank
Yeah.
you. He's not talismanic to this team. That being said, I mean, because Kucherov's the guy, but but Point's really a fantastic player, and depending on how many keepers this league actually has, by the time you get to the 7th round, it may be drying up already. So the 7th to the 10th, like who
Mhm.
knows what kind of discrepancy you're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good
So
point.
you got to go with the top offensive potential here in Braden Point.
100%.
Yep.
Okay, Low Tides on Discord asked, in a regular points league, I have Blackwood/Wedgwood and Merzlikins. Should I hold all 3 or drop an Avs goalie and just run with 2? I would say if you're going to drop a goalie, the drop is definitely Merzlikins and not one of the Avs guys.
Yeah.
And I definitely prefer running 2 goalies. I'd be pretty happy with just the Blackwood. We don't love holding 2 goalies from the same team, but if you're going to do it, Colorado's probably the team to do it with. So I don't hate just running with the 2 of them. And you won't win like any volume goalie categories, but or I guess it's a points league, so you're not going to win much volume stuff, but you should get good quality out of them.
Yeah, I will say though, like Elvis, we've seen him recently. He hasn't started a game in like 4 or 5 games. Like Greaves even started the back-to-backs.
Yeah.
But the context there is that he was sick, so maybe not able to perform. But before that, they were splitting 50-50. Like it was literally every game they were alternating. I'd be curious to see if, now that he's healthy and not sick anymore, he's projected to start tomorrow, so on Tuesday. So we'll know after that if it's going to be back to 50-50 or if it's just like he's playing the back-to-backs and Jet Greaves is the guy
But
for
also,
moving
like,
forward.
Like 50-50 on Columbus is not the most exciting, spot to be. It's not like the Columbus of last year that was
No.
on a tear towards the end of the season. This is like,
But he might get more starts than Blackwood.
yeah, that's fair. Like, but I don't know. I don't see Blackwood getting less than 50% of the starts, and
You just
Colorado's
also-
way better than Columbus.
You also just can't take the risk of dropping Blackwood, knowing that if the tables turn, you're in a terrible position, because if the tables turn, Wedge was not going to be getting most of the starts, and you just drop the guy to get most of the starts. Like you're kind of put in a position where you have to rely on this tandem,
Yeah.
and you can't break it. And I wish I knew what other available goalies are, because I'm sure you could find a third to have in the mix besides Elvis. Like if the main waiver wire guys are there, like I'd look to do that.
But I really don't like having 2 goalies on the same team. So like I'm with you. Like Merzlikins is the one to go, and then what I would try to do is sell Wedgwood.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, if you're going to sell one of them, it would be Wedgwood because he has much more value right now.
Exactly. And we said in the hot topic section that at least I think Blackwood's more
Yeah.
likely to get most starts rest of the season. So I would want, you can't drop any of the Colorado guys right now, but I would want Blackwood and Wedgwood as the highest value. That would be my course of action.
I do want to add though, like if I'm selling him, I want to get a goalie in return.
Yes,
because
yeah, for sure.
you even like, yes, you're not dropping one, but if you're selling one and you sell the wrong one, you're still in the same position after.
Mhm.
So you got to get a goalie that you know is going to be a starter. If that's the case, then yeah, definitely look to sell.
Yep.
But if not, you need to keep both of these guys until you see how the situation plays out.
Yep.
Okay, Scholes on Discord asked, how would you value John Taveres compared to some other top centers in a Cats league with goals, assists, points, power play points, shots, hits, and blocks? Some Cs who got drafted higher than him are Point, Hischier, Pettersson, and Aho. So we won't compare to every center there is, but let's compare to these 4 guys. Where would you rank Taveres among these guys in this league settings?
I think
Hischier's an
Point.
interesting line.
Yeah.
Keep in mind there's no face-off wins here.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
So I'm
I
definitely
think,
taking Taveres over Hischier.
me too. And I think Point should be better than Taveres.
What about Larkin?
I love Larkin. I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
I take Larkin for sure.
Okay, Suzuki.
Okay, I'm taking, but of the ones
Yeah, let's
listed
just
here,
keep
I'm
this
taking
one.
Taveres over Hischier. I'm taking Taveres probably over Pettersson, even though Pettersson's got 6 points in his last 3 games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think I'm taking Point and Aho over Taveres.
Absolutely for me.
Yeah, but maybe Pettersson over Taveres for me as well. Maybe.
What about
That's a tough one.
Rupe
It is
Hintz?
a tough one.
I'm taking Taveres over Hintz, but like I really love what Hintz has been doing.
Okay. What about Horvat rest of the season?
I got to go with my boy Bo.
Trocheck?
Nah, you gotta go
Trocheck.
Trocheck, especially with hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Of this list, Point, Aho, Pedersen, then Taveres, then Hischier. I don't know what it's
Surprise
gonna look
appearance
like
by Taya.
with Matthews back.
Well, you know what?
That's
With
the question mark.
the surprised appearance by Taya brings us to the next one. Kara
Yes.
H on Discord asked, "We saw Kevin's cat and loved her. Do you guys have any other pets?"
That's crazy.
There's no way.
Crazy
What was the timing on that?
What on earth?
She does not want to
Yeah.
be here right now. She wants to go eat or poop or something. But
Oh my god.
Hey.
Okay.
You said eat or poop, not eat her poop. Just to
I
clarify.
heard eat her
No,
poop.
yeah, that's what I was
Or
like.
poop.
I was like,
cats
your
are
reaction.
sophisticated creatures. They do not do that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't have any pets, but I'm currently living with the in-laws, and they just got a puppy, so that's been a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, a new puppy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's his name or her name?
Bo.
Bo. For Bo
Yeah.
Horvat? Did
There you
name
go.
it?
Exactly.
Oh, Bo.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
I have family puppies, but we got two little puppies. They're miniature poodles. They're the best, but they live with my parents. And my girlfriend has cat Taya, who is now also my cat. So we share Taya cat, and who does not eat her own poop. And yes,
Jakey, you got anything?
No, I don't have any pets.
Okay. Joshua Fearon on Discord asked, "If I like everyone on my team but can't stream, should I be trying to do a 2-for-1 to clear up a streaming spot?" Absolutely.
you should always be trying to do a 2-for-1, even if you don't like everybody on your team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2-for-1's the move always.
The important
Yeah.
thing to remember with fantasy hockey is that you don't get any prize for 5th place. It's not a thing. It's not like
Depends on your league, maybe.
well, yeah, I mean, it could be like the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl 4th place win. That would be
Yeah.
hilarious. And if any of you have that, please let us know. That being said, like the reason you want the 2-for-1s is because it's like it's really kind of all or nothing vibes. You want to be the best team in the season or the playoffs or both, depending on how your league, divvies up your prizes. So that's why 2-for-1, it's where it's at. You can do a lot, especially this is relatively early on. It's tougher in March, but November's way too early. There's going to be 3 or 4 guys that we probably don't even know about yet that are going to pop off. So
Yep.
2-for-1s are where it's at. You want that.
And look, if you're listening to this podcast, you're going to hear about the guys before the rest of your league does. So you
Yes.
want that open roster spot to be able to grab them.
Yes.
Yep. Because you want to consolidate value into that better player, and then like yes, you're losing a lot of value from your position, but the fact that you can like stream from waivers, and it doesn't mean you're just picking up a guy and holding him for the rest of the season. Like you can stream above average production from that spot if you're making the right pickups on the right week, maximizing for games played, and that's what we're here for. We're giving you guys the name, we're giving you guys the opportunities to maximize that spot. And that's why you should always be looking to consolidate into one better player, because first of all, that player usually is able to be, have more impactful weeks for you, has the higher ceiling. So you want to get a better player, and then also like the ability to stream. It's like a win-win in both facets.
Yeah.
All right. That
Yep.
finishes off the mailbag.
Thank you
Woohoo!
to everybody for listening.
Woo woo.
This was nice. Good hot topics. Good mailbag. Thanks to everybody who submitted questions. It was
And great
great.
company, you guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks.
yeah. Same for Taya, who's very
nom, nom, nom.
civilized.
She's
Oh my
actually
God.
drinking water right now. Stop. No.
Oh my goodness. Oh God. All right. Yeah. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe, rate 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Would be much appreciated. Like
Follow.
Kevin. Yes, that as well. Like Kevin has mentioned in previous episodes, it's there's a small percentage of you who are listening who actually, like or follow on Spotify. It would be great if you can do that. It really helps us grow and much, much appreciated. We like to joke around, but this is no funny business. Okay.
Yeah.
Serious stuff. Subscribe on YouTube, and you can see all of the links to our socials in the link tree in the podcast description.
And comment who your favorite NHL player is.
Yes. And
Yes.
favorite.
And favorite arena you visited.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh,
Favorite-
that
favorite
makes a lot
arena.
more sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do favorite arena.
Yeah, favorite arena.
All right.
and 5 stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Take it away, Ernie.
Ba-ba-da-bow-bow, Banger Management, Fantasy Hockey Podcast. Woo!
Woo!
Woo!